Today's video is about Sniper and the different movement cancels you can do. This is following along with the other two videos I made about movement. With the Sniper, it's a little different. You can use the backstep that I was showing earlier along with cloaking by hitting triangle to activate your class ability going into Cloak, immediately doing a basic attack to break Cloak, and then backstepping. It allows you to immediately fire while cloaked, and because of lingering concealment and also rapid refreshing, it will make it so that you can repair any contested health. It will immediately remove you from the field, so you cannot be attacked, you cannot be seen. It will allow you to charge up your heavy basic attack that has the 2-stage charge that you can use if you are using that knife variant on the skill tree. And it's just a highly effective way of firing while stealth and moving or repositioning while stealth, and making it so that you can refresh your skill ability while also still being invisible instead of having to wait for a cooldown. Canceling is not as effective as it used to be, but it is still really good. And here I'm showing you the different type of block weapons. Blocking has 3 types. There's fencing, which has a large open frame window, which makes it so it's very, very easy for you to parry. This is often combined with builds that do heavy gun strikes. Balance has a small frame window. I'm still not too familiar with balanced weapons and what benefits you get. I personally prefer blocking, which has no flame window, which you block or parry as you're being hit. And doing so 2 to 3 consecutive times will make your fist glow and give you a basic attack that you can use to interrupt enemy abilities and interrupt enemy damage. You can just knock them around, and you can use this on bosses and most enemies in the game. You can get a free hit to knock them out of a hit or knock them out of an ability so that you can return damage or use more effective attacks. Everything in the game has different animations as far as blocking, different hits that they do, or different sets of moves and abilities that they do. Warriors have that backdash, which is a blue check, or which is a blue skill check, and then they jump in at you and do a right hand hit, a left hand hit, and a right hand hit. Sometimes the whip warriors will do the 5 consecutive hits. Primarily, getting better or getting more improved with blocking is just about playing the game, seeing the different enemy types, learning their movements, and blocking them effectively based upon what type of weapon you are doing, or based upon what type of weapon you are using, because that will change your window for blocking and parrying.
Camouflage charged. We live. Xenos died.
This build, I am using the heroic sniper rifle that allows you to regain a bullet for hitting a headshot. So effectively, as long as you hit a headshot kill, you will not use the round in the chamber and consistently just have infinite ammo. You can use the scope for your sniper rifle and then immediately switch to your secondary, whatever that is, and you'll be aiming in the same spot. So you can use that to scope a headshot, switch to your secondary weapon, immediately hit this headshot. and then swap back. It's just for, there's also perks with the sniper that you can get for returned ammunition for hitting headshots with your secondary. Cloak cancels to move around the map, and just getting the headshots to clear out enemy packs just lets the sniper do a bunch of damage and clear out packs extremely effectively. Combining that with, you know, using your cloak canceling and backdashing so that you can immediately fire from position while still being stealthy very, very quickly, just makes it so that you have a lot of safe options to just pretty much play super aggressive and play any kind of way you want to. You can use your purification perk to gain all recontested health. So you can dive in a lot, take a lot of health damage, immediately cloak cancel, get your health back, re-engage, get headshots, switch to your secondary, get headshots to regain ammo if you're not using a heroic sniper rifle. It's just the sniper class has a bunch of options to not only be safe, but be incredibly damaging and do a lot of damage to not just the field, but bosses and any kind of enemy that you may reach on, or that you may reach on a certain level.
I am a phantom of death. Synaptic servants slaughtered. Emilio line engaged. Stealth ready.
Back into Space Marine 2 myself after taking a break from the game. So I'm still getting reused to relearning the blocking animations for every enemy type. Also, since I'm using the sniper class and you only have access to the light knife, you should not be doing the light attacks. You should be stealthing, standing still, holding your basic attack to get to the second stage charge, and immediately just assassinating enemies from stealth, so that you can immediately get an execute after that, and then just repeat that process. I shouldn't be rolling around hitting basic attacks on people. It's just fun, so I'm doing so, but if you're actually trying to play effectively and optimally, it's not effective at all.
A most impressive weapon. Fester and rot.
This heroic sniper, just for the perk for getting ammunition back on headshots. I honestly prefer my build with the last fusil, just because you can hold the charge of that rifle. I use the extended charge variant. You can hold that charge and get multiple headshots on packs, because the beam will just cleave through everybody. Using this heroic sniper is still really fun. I prefer the sound of it and the bolt action, because I like the bolt weapons from the Warhammer franchise. So it is nice to use, but I do honestly prefer the fusil type of build for this class.
Blast that foe before it calls for reinforcements. Alien biobomb in the Your demeanor is a light in the darkest hours, brother. I am glad to have you at my side. You honor me, but such a virtue pales when compared to your tenacity. Nonsense. Good spirits inspire us all, and there are no finer in the company. Then let us spread our cheer to the alien, the mutant, and the heretic.
I tend to play the sniper either one or two ways. I tend to either stand back if I'm using the fusil or this rifle in particular, and just get headshots, use that to regain ammo, use that to just clear out packs and move around the map. Or I will play the sniper heavy cloak cancel variant, where I will use one of the more burst carbines that has a larger magazine, just run at people, use my cloak cancels to get in close, or use the cloak cancel to get in close, shoot a bunch of people with a bunch of headshots, and then hold down an auto attack to charge to the second stage, and then use that backstab to kill bosses, kill tougher enemies. It's just the two playstyles that I tend to play with sniper, but I know that there's a bunch of different builds and a bunch of other ways to play the class. I'm just not too familiar with them. In this build, I also use the shoulder charge ability for re-rolling, and after you do an auto attack after a roll, you put shoulder charge in an area, and it will knock down people. You can usually get gun strikes. I'm not too familiar with the patches and patch cycle. It used to be more consistently that you would get gun strikes off of the dash against some smaller enemies. That does not always seem to be the case anymore. Anyone can correct me if they have more information on that. But from what I've seen, you can't just sit and spam shoulder charges like you could before and get just free gun strikes and just infinite armor like you can with some of the other classes. You used to be able to do it here. Maybe I'm just not as good as I used to be, and that's definitely the case. But it's something that I've been messing around with, and I haven't really been able to see if that's still in the game or can be used effectively.
Synaptic servants slaughtered. Readying next volley. We live. Xenos die. Perfect balance.
I would argue from just a pure mechanical standpoint that the sniper, the vanguard, and the assault are, in my opinion, the most fun classes to play in the game. Just the things that you can do mechanically with the blocking and with your movement, just your class mechanics. Those gameplay loops are really interesting and fun to me, so I find those three classes the most interesting. I still haven't done too much with the tech marine. I'm not too good with tactical, and I've only played heavy for the first prestige level, so still not super familiar with those classes as well. But if there are any other types of videos or any other types of information that you would like, I can go ahead and make videos on those subjects as well.
Alien bioform eliminated.
Okay, this next bit here is a clip of how to not properly fight a Carnifex. I should be cloak canceling, standing next to it, and charging heavy attacks to hit it with those instead of just trying to focus on parries, dodges, and light autos. But that is just the case of doing it incorrectly here. I haven't been playing the game too recently. I've just gotten back into it from making these videos and just having an interest in Space Marine again. So I will be making more guides and doing more things as I get better at the game as well. And as you can see here, this did not go well. Your effective health doesn't matter too much in Space Marine 2. It's all about your armor and how you can effectively regain your armor by using either your gun strikes, your blocks, your assassinations. Sniper has a bit extra, or a few extra things that it can use with the Purification perk of just instantly regaining contestant health without needing health packs or anything else to do that. So you can be a little more reckless with this class than you can with other classes based upon your perk selection, but it's still better to just consistently play how your build is designed. Should be cloak canceling more effectively, should be using charged heavy attacks instead of the light ones, should be always going for headshots with this bolt rifle. And that's the end of the cloak canceling and sniper movement video here. I'm not sure what other videos I would like to make in Warhammer, so if you have any suggestions, you can put those down below. But a next video that I will be putting together would be the ascended abilities that you can do with the Eldar from Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. So if you have any interest in that, feel free to check that out as well. Again, I appreciate you for your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Fresh magazine. Tyranids, have you? These alien minds into generators. Let us rectify this.
What's going on here? I guess the barbs that are on these canisters can spawn in different locations sometimes. Some of them respawn behind the console and in the console in the multiple times that I've ran this level to get footage. Also, I seem to always have strange reactions with these wiggly boys with the Ravagers. Sometimes they come out of boxes entirely, or you block or parry them, and then you can gun strike them when they're down a hallway, which happens here in a little bit. And I just don't understand what is going on in these reactions. I don't understand how certain things spawn, so if anyone has that information, I would also greatly appreciate that.
We eliminate the source, we eliminate the obstacle. The Tyranid infestation will grow no more.
Matter no longer detected. System accessible. Resume communing with the console ministers. Vessel detected. Sharing the divine blessings of the machine. Vessel complete. Ministerial authority accepted. Praise the Omnissiah. System restoration complete. Primary controls reset.
We must
Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
alien biobomb created. Verin, they shall not. Active camouflage charge. Fester and rot. Xenos abomination. Video line engaged. Stealth ready. This is the most impressive tactic. Their numbers are no match for ours.